Hello guys, so in this video we're going to be going over a training regimen, or not training regimen, how to set training goals for teenagers and how to organize yourself to see really the most success in your fitness journey, especially if you're younger. A lot of younger guys and girls out there want to train and they have super high fitness goals. They're seeing all these other female male models and they need this really sets I want to set into your guys' mind, the ideas that will really lead you to success in your fitness journey. So without a further ado, let's get into the video. All right, guys. So when we're looking at teenagers and younger people in general, they're usually really ambitious with their goal setting and with the types of physiques that they want to see. I often see lots of my friends set really high expectations really, really quick, really, really fast. They want to reach these high levels of uh, fitness, be able to bench 225. They think you can do it in 6 months. They tell something, I need to do it. So, yeah, why can't I do it in 6 months? Most people can't bench 225 with just 6 months of training. It'll take probably at least a year or two or three or four, maybe more. It all depends too on how you're training. If you're training specifically for bench, you'll be better at bench and specificity. So when you're setting goals, I have my trusty goal setting notebook. I always recommend this for anyone who wants to set good, clear goals. It really helps out a lot. If you write your goals on paper, what you want to do, what you want, where you want to get by a certain amount of time, remember, measurable, attainable goals, and that you can achieve them, you can complete them. Um, this will really set you up for success in the long run. So put a few goals that you want to have, you want to get. But what I would do first is that I would train for 6 months, especially if you're younger, see how your progress goes, and then you can really start writing some serious goals. First things first, organize your core goals, which are what do you want to train mostly. So if you're a girl, maybe you want to train glutes and legs and hamstrings. Or if you're a guy, maybe you want to train back and buys or chest. You write down the muscle groups and things that you want to train, things that you want to improve. Maybe you want to improve cardio if you're a runner or if you're some sort of athlete. So you write that down as a thing you want to improve. Then you go and you train it. You go and you see what your genetic potential is in that area. If you train consistently, well, there will be no doubt that you'll improve in some sort of way compared to your previous level of fitness. But some people improve at faster rates than others. So it's always very important to set these goals, these core goals, so you're improving. And then once I say, like I said, 6 months, you can write more achievable goals and you can measure off the amount of time it took you to get to that certain point of fitness to really set yourself up so you know how long it'll take you to get to your other goals that you have in mind. There's a lot of really good benefits that come with training as a teenager or training younger. See most people who are really, really fit when they're older have been training their whole lives. Most natural male models have been training their whole lives. Same thing with female models, their whole lives. It takes years to really see some crazy progress in the gym. And if you train when you're young, you're setting yourself up for crazy gains, loads of success, especially if you have pretty good genes. You could look amazing. And really, it's really, really important if you want to really make it in some sort of fitness uh, area, if you want to be, like I said, a model or some athlete or something, start training young. This doesn't mean that you can't train when you're older. And for any older folks who are watching this, you can train when you're older and you'll still make many gains and it's still very beneficial. The best time to train is what I always tell all my friends now. Now is always the best time to train. Do it now if you're going to do something. And it's not just with training, do anything. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Get it done. Whatever work you have, whatever you want to do, best time to do it is always now rather than later. Um, when you're younger, it increases your bone density way more than if you're older because your bones are growing. So your bones with this excess pressure that they're growing up against. And a lot of people think that when you're training younger, it'll actually halt or stop your growth, your height growth. There's been a lot of studies conducted over this, and really all of them say that it won't, that it'll keep it around the same. And there was one study that I read that said it might even increase your overall height if you train. So you might be getting taller if you work out, instead of getting shorter. So all you short guys out there, all you guys who want to grow, start working out. Maybe I don't know how that works, but there was a study that was thinking about it, that was considering the possibilities because they had a slight increase in growth in the group that trained. This is, uh, if it is true, it's marginal. You're not going to get much taller, but it's interesting to consider. The bone density aspect, though, is what's really interesting. People who work out have much, much denser bone structure. This means that they're way less likely to get injured from every single injury because their bones are denser, so their organs are safer. They have less energy that can travel through to hurt their organs. If they get in a car crash, they're less likely to get any broken bones or laceration. Well, lacerations are different. Any broken bones. Um, and yeah, it's amazing. And their ligaments are stronger too. So if they really push themselves, most people, they don't push their muscles to their max because if they were, they'd hurt their ligaments and bone structure. And they might even they tear off their bones because their bones are, the muscles off their bones because they have connective tissue. But when you train younger, well, you're growing and you give your body also more time to adapt in general, not just because you're younger and growing, also because you have more overall training time. Well, you're still in the part of your phase in your life where you can make gains. Because really, every year you train before the age of, I'd say, 33, you're going to expect to make gains every year, no matter if you've been training since you're 1 year old, every year from 1 year old to 33 years old, you'll be making gains. So you'll be growing your muscle size, your muscle density every year. So it's just time. It's a matter of time that you see what your natural potential is. And people are always talking about your natural genetic limit. Your genetic limit, you're never going to meet your genetic limit because most people don't start training when they're 1 year old. Your genetic limit is already gone past. The genetic limit now is the one that you set on yourself. The longer it takes for you to start training, the further away your genetic limit or the less impressive your genetic potential is because you're setting yourself up for failure because you have less time for your body to train and adapt and build more muscle and build more size and build denser bone structure. So your bones are going to be less dense than they could be. Your ligaments are going to be weaker than they could be. Your connective tissue in general is going to be worse than it could be. And your muscles are going to be smaller than they could be otherwise if you were training. So it's really important to start off training as young as possible and stay consistent with it. And if you have anyone in your family who's younger, to get them to start training with you. The best way I figure out whenever because I have my own siblings and I try to get them to train with me, I just get them to sit next to me or get them to watch me train. Watching training, a lot of kids, especially young kids, if there are any parents watching this, they're really, really, really interested in what other people do and they just adapt. They try to do whatever they see as a successful behavior. So if your kids or if your siblings, you have any, see you train, they'll want to train. They'll ask you what the movements are. They'll ask you, why do you do this? Why do you do that? And if you get them to train with you, then you're setting them up for success. And in the end, my goal is in general, as me doing this whole YouTube thing and doing this whole thing online, to get as many people to be in good shape as possible. So I really recommend that you go get a nice group of people and also friends, not just your family. You have friends that you can go and you can get to train with you. Tell them about some of the benefits, you denser bone structure, improved thinking, um, improved sleep, improved everything. There's this one quote from this one doctor that he says, if there was a medicine that I prescribed to all of my patients, there's one medicine that would be, and that would be fitness, working out consistently. There's one guy who said that. I don't remember his name right now, but the best medicine there is fitness, working out. It'll really set you up for success in the future. So that's about it for the video, guys. I hope you learned something new, or I kind of refreshed some of the stuff that you guys probably already do. Uh, But yeah, there's a lot of benefits that come with training younger. You'll just be multiplying all the benefits that you had before. So if you guys have any questions or any new videos you guys want to watch, please leave it down in the comments below. I'll be interested. I'll be reading through them. Let me know and I'll start recording them right away. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll catch you on the next one.